my background is just on Facebook. I have about 30,000 fans on my Facebook fan page, right?
Mm-hmm.
So traditionally, I would post something, you know, like a beat making video or a picture of some kittens or something that I knew people would enjoy just based on how they behaved in the past, right? And I could usually reach maybe, I don't know, 20-25%. Now
Maybe like 5-6% now, maybe.
Yeah, it's insane. They've cut it all down, and that's because they want to make some money off us, so that, you know,
Exactly.
we pay extra and get into their ad system.
Yeah, I'm saying it is great, dude. If you know how to utilize it the right way, it is a great tool. I'm not saying paying for booths is really cool, but nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to ask you some questions about what the right balance and right strategy is when it comes to you know, your organic versus your paid reach. I'm sure you have some insight into that. But how has that changed your strategy, especially now, because I know you're working heavily on Facebook, and we can get into Instagram and Twitter and all that.
Because Facebook, what they do is they look at, you know what I'm saying, they look at what you're posting, and they look at it and go, okay, what kind of piece of content is this? This a quality piece of content, or is this fan base, you know, based on, you know, who your fans are on your page? Are they going to like this content? Has your past content been liked? Has it been shared? Has it been commented on? So, like, the worst stuff you do, like, if you just keep throwing stuff up there and it's not good quality content, you're actually hurting yourself, because Facebook's going to look at them and be like, their algorithm's going to be like, yo, this guy posts all this stuff, but he never gets really any interaction, so we're going to keep his reach low. Now, everybody's reaches got dropped, but if you continue doing stuff like that and you post too much content, you got to find that key number and then be consistent. It's just really finding consistency, what times to post, and specifically what to post. Because, like I said, it's got to be good quality content. So you can only come up with 3 great pieces of content a week, then you make a schedule where you're posting 3 pieces of good content each week around the same times. Do your research, look at your stats, figure out when the time is. It takes work. It's not just, people think social media is just put a link on Facebook and be like, go do it.
With me, I've noticed that because Facebook is competing with YouTube on a video content level.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's a great point. Go ahead, though. Finish. Sorry.
Because it appears to me that with the Facebook algorithm, they're prioritizing direct to Facebook video upload.
Absolutely. Yes, and I totally forgot to say that in that whole spiel, but yes, you're absolutely right. So, you know, what I do specifically is, if it's content that's, you know, actual client footage that they shot, absolutely goes right up video. But I also, with what I do, is I find other content that a lot of times has just kind of been filtered around the internet for so many years, and it's not really owned by anybody. So your likeliness of getting yanked for a copyright infringement is pretty low. So there's tons of stuff you can find from different video sites, even in YouTube and stuff like that, and you can rip them and upload them yourself and just get that traffic. I mean, is it taking content? Yeah, I guess kind of, but at the same time, it's like content that nobody's really monetizing off of. You know what I'm saying? It could be a video from like 1992 that someone just found and uploaded on YouTube. It all depends on what your market is, but there is content out there that you can get.
I guess evergreen content, just for anybody who's just now tuning in, is you know, a video or some text or image that's going to last and gain and continue its momentum and traction and engagement for a while. And some of my videos have, I wouldn't say they've reached evergreen status, but you know, if I've uploaded a video from 2 years ago and tomorrow people are still liking it and sharing it, then it's somewhat relevant today, at least. And so you want to find that kind of thing. And I've seen artists build humongous fan bases just by posting engaging content. Memes are memes for a reason. It's because they spread and they consistently engage people. So if you can find a balance between, you know, don't get caught up in posting other people's content all the time, because then you lose your identity. But if you can find a good balance between posting if you're an artist, posting your music videos directly to Facebook, mixed in with, here's a video of the kid getting hit in the face with a soccer ball, ha ha ha, 1,000 likes. That's just going to continue to drive your engagement up.
70-30, man. I've always said 70-30. Some people lean 60-40, and that's in favor of not your content. You really just don't want to be driving your content 24/7, man. It kind of gets repetitious, and it just gets, in my opinion, boring. So I mean, you got to switch things up. So if you have something and you're selling something, you should be only really 30 to 40% pitching or getting people to go to your links and stuff. The other stuff should be more engaging content that's kind of maybe, you know, similar or around your brand, but can get conversations started. You know, it's social media is about building communities, right? So people get confused where they think it's just about trying to make people go like listen to their music or go buy something or anything. Like, what if that's how real life was? And it kind of is, but like, you know, Payne One, you're my homie. If I ever see you, and you know what I mean, like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, Payne, what's up, man? Yo, listen, man, and I start trying to sell you something. You know, that's how I feel like anything should be. So social media is no different. You shouldn't be just trying to sell people or push people to like check out my song, do it now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
oh no, you can look at page. I mean, tons of artists, and more artists do this more often than not, where it's just Reverb Nation link, SoundCloud link.
Yeah, and don't even say nothing.
They won't say anything. It's just because it automatically loads into their Facebook. So you look at these Facebook pages for a lot of these unnoticed artists, and they're just completely dead. I mean, you see tumbleweeds and you hear crickets when you log onto their page, and it hurts my heart because I'm looking at it like, wow, you couldn't be doing this any more wrongly. My whole thing is a lot of it boils down to just instinct. What would you like if you're on Facebook and you're seeing images? What content are you more likely to click on? Do you want to click on a Reverb Nation or a SoundCloud link? Or do you want to watch this video of a cat fighting a snake? I'm gonna go with the cat fighting the snake because that's entertaining to me. And so if you're an artist, do you want to post a photo of you sitting in a chair, or do you want to post a photo of you with your grandmother? Post a photo of you with your grandmother because a whole bunch of people are gonna say, oh, that's cute, that's nice that he's close with his grandmother. Like. People love to talk. People love to.
They do, but what you also got to be careful too is you make sure you ask the right question, and you make sure you try not to ask two questions in the same thing. So not like, what's your favorite rapper and what's his favorite song? Because then people are like, well, fuck, I don't know really. Some people will answer it, but if you can get down to being one simple answer to start off, yes or no, hot or not. I post a lot of Jordans and sneakers and shit. Hot or not, dope or nope. Just simple shit like that, coming up with cool little ways of getting people just to respond. Then you start getting them, oh, this shit's kind of cool. Then you can start asking more in depth, you know, well, what's your favorite song off my my latest project? Bang. But try to stick it to like one question. Start small and build it up. That's the way I gauge people at first too when I start stuff, because I don't know if you take over a new client specifically, you know, talking about people who run social media, you don't really know what the engagement's like. There could be none or it could be great. So you got to kind of figure out what it is and then build up questions from there.
Yeah, I see Mark or Shah on his personal Facebook page asking some confusing questions. What should I eat for breakfast, and how do you think Obama's doing as a president?
See, my personal page is way different than my Mr. Get Your Buzz Up page, so I can do whatever I want. I'm not trying to get likes. And you know what? People respond to that shit. So that's all that matters. But that page,
he's a very good commander-in-chief.
That page isn't meant for likes or anything, so it doesn't really matter. Rappers shouldn't be scared to ask about other rappers either. I put up questions. Who's your top 10 on the actual rappers page, and it did well. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like most rappers coming up are always scared to post something other than their music.
They are.
I know Mike talked about that earlier.
They just don't know what to post. That's the thing. A lot of people think, and even established artists, like I said, it's not even that. It's just people who are just getting in the game. A lot of these older dudes are like, I'm not gonna say older dudes, but guys have been around kind of pre-social media. Not a lot of people have really like embraced it. You know, a lot of people have been like, oh, hold up, like I was taught not to say shit. Now you want me to get on here and start talking and saying all sorts of shit on, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people aren't used to that type of stuff. A lot of people just air out their laundry on there. So, I mean, it all depends on who the person is, you know? It's different for everybody.
So if you had to boil down a social media approach in generalities, what are some of the, let's say, top 3 pieces of advice you would give to artists trying to build a social media following and engage their current social following?
Social media is a new game. People are realizing, and businesses are realizing they can make money from it. So it's to really have a good social media presence, to get it started from ground up. you got to have a little bit of a budget to work some ads and just utilize these different ad systems. Second is make sure you have content and a lot of it and make sure it's as strong as possible. And then third is your presence and your impression. Make sure you're not putting shitty graphics up. Make sure all your URLs are uniformed. Make sure everything makes sense. Make sure your bio's up to date. It's not sending them to a site that you had 6 years ago with some other people you were working with and it link doesn't work and shit like that, man. Like, come on, like you gotta take it serious. So it's like utilize the advertising tools, the cleanliness and just the look of stuff and being organized, and then content. Content's probably number one. If you don't have content, you're not gonna be able to do anything. Go blow my Facebook page up, but I don't have anything for you to post. That's what I get a lot from a lot of people. You're the one who's gonna get me a lot of followers and likes, right? Yeah, but you don't have no shit to give me. What do you want me to pull these people out of my ass? Like, come on, man. Shit frustrates me.
So it sounds as though we have 2 C words, content and consistency.
I'm going to write this down so I don't forget it. I actually like that. Content,
consistency, and the commission that I get for coining these 2
consistency, and you can't really flip advertising into a C word. Cash. I don't know, cash.
Yeah, there we go.
You got to have cash to do the advertising. There you go. You need cash, you need consistency, and you need content. There you go.
And remember that 70-30 or 60-40 rule where the majority of the content shouldn't be your own music because that will bore your fans. I guess the thing is what a lot of artists don't do, and these are my parting words for you as artists. As an artist, put yourself in the shoes of your social media following and base what you post on that, because you have a lot of insight as a social media user yourself. So don't bore your fans. Don't jam your music down their throats. Try to meet them halfway and engage them and give them some content that they can actually enjoy, that they can actually benefit from, that's either practical or entertaining for them.
Is that it?